Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Eleftheria, but you can call me Ellie. I'm working as an app developer and also I'm doing my master's in graphical arts or multimedia, which means that I'm doing my master's in something that is more focused on UX and UI. Hence, I do believe that I am quite qualified to talk about some fundamental development things that UX designers should be familiar with it. This video is going to be pretty long, so I would suggest you to get comfy, maybe grab your tea or your coffee, and let's get started. I'd like to show you that by learning about technical limitations, development aspects, you will be able to include a valuable additional layer to your design work and to collaborate with developers more effectively. While learning development fundamentals is important, you will see. If you are a UX designer, most probably you are working on digital products or services. In other words, you are creating software products. According to my experience, this is often an overlooked fact. You are a designer who contributes to a software development process, and without knowing what's under the hood, you won't be able to make it into a perfect design. Historically, the design work was done by the developers of a software product, and involving designers effectively has been a great challenge. On the other hand, it's hard to fully integrate design activities and keep design and development in sync. On the other hand, next to the product development process aspect, you can think about this integration on a lower level. Each participant of a software development process should understand what they are building, and this is one of the reasons why the infamous "should designers learn how to code?" We will come back to this question in a bit. So, I believe that this is not a good question, and here are some better questions. Should designers understand the cost-risk trade-off of a design decision? Should designers know how developers work, what challenges they face, what their main tasks are? And the answers for this is yes. Of course, understanding the basics and the capabilities of, or for instance, JavaScript might be a plus in some cases, but it doesn't mean that you should learn to write production-ready code. Both developers and designers have their core competencies and reasons and abilities, so you should learn how to collaborate better, and we will talk about collaboration in a bit again. So, however, you need to respect each other's knowledge and expertise. Design should not be turned into design by committee, and designers should not give instructions to developers on how to write their code. I believe that the most important thing is establishing a mutual trust. Developers should know that you understand the risks, costs, trade-offs of a design decision, so that you won't ask unreasonable things, and you should feel that they won't try to avoid solving more complex problems. So instead of learning how to code, you should understand development fundamentals and be in close collaboration with developers. Understanding the main technical constraints, limitations, and the most important development aspects is beneficial for any designer, whatever you are a freelancer or an employee working at a small startup or at an agency or at a large organization. Learning how to collaborate effectively is beneficial for designers who work in a team or with other professionals regularly. And this is how these two goals are closely related. Understanding technical constraints and development aspects will help you to improve the way you work together with other developers. These are the two main areas of adding a development aspect to your design work. So let's take a closer look at these two areas. First of all, some development aspects. As a result of understanding technical non-constraints and development aspects, you will be able to produce design work that can be implemented effectively. Generate less waste in the process, or no waste at all. Know how user needs and business goals can be translated in a way that it is technically technically feasible. And also, let's talk about some examples of design decisions you can't make without knowing about development aspects. So, how to choose an appropriate third-party existing solution or usable component, for example, a map component or a payment solution. How to define logical relationships inside an app. For example, a user can have maximum like one profile picture or something like that. Another example, how to represent real-world objects and concepts inside a digital app. For example, how to define data types, what data modeling is, or how to store data. For example, you should tell what groups of data will be read or modified together and how often. And last but not least, how to create a web application in a way that it provides a good user experience even in case of a slower network connection, which is a performance aspect. Collaboration with other developers is super important. How you can involve them in your design process again is extremely important. How you can ask better, more relevant questions from them, and how you can participate in their workflows, for instance, during implementation. These are some of the main areas of collaboration. Here is just a small list of them. Doing research together, synthesizing research data and ideation, designing with development aspects in mind, prototyping, like developers can help you by creating a coded prototype, testing, developers can observe usability tests, take notes. After the test, you should discuss the results together. And teamwork in general. Collaboration is about creating a shared understanding and coming up with solutions collectively. You will find some more details about these collaborative activities in the following UX-based sketch, which is right here. In conclusion, this video is about UX designers. This is why it explores the topic from their perspective. But of course, establishing mutual trust and mutual respect is very important. As I've said previously, designers should feel that developers won't try to avoid building more complex stuff. They should face that developer teams members are transparent about their work, especially about the amount of development effort required to complete a task. Understanding and learning about development fundamentals is not about making the developer's life easier, it's about making everyone's life easier in your team, including yourself. So it is not about pleasing developers. Both designers and developers should develop certain skills. Both designers and developers should consider adding some important competencies, characteristics, developing mindsets in order to be able to collaborate effectively. Both parties should have curiosity, willing to learn about the context and the problem space, understanding today's products and services that are complex systems and that human experience is even more complex. Accepting that your first ideas are not necessarily the best ones, thinking about the larger context, applying a broader perspective to the problems, and so on. Staying humble, always staying humble, being ready to change opinions in the face of new evidence information, and being able to handle uncertainty. Accepting that having more ideas means that you have more possible ways of solving a problem. Understanding that assumptions should be always tested, this is really important, and challenging at the ideas, questioning everything, being flexible, accepting that it is important to answer and know everything, but at the same time striving for understanding the people you are designing for and the problems you are attempting to solve. And also accepting that you will make mistakes during that process. Understanding development fundamentals from the designer's perspective at least, or understanding decision fundamentals from the developer's perspective is a great fundamental thing for your collaboration. However, as you can see, there is a lot of other skills to work on for both professions. Understanding development aspect is not about limitations. Always thinking about limitation is not the best approach. This is why it's a good practice to consider how things work in an ideal work, but after that you should scale down the dreams and take into account what is feasible in your current context. Thank you very much. I know that this was a big video, but I hope that I covered everything. I know that I didn't cover everything, but I'm going to make more videos in this subject, in this topic. So leave your questions below or leave a comment below and what other videos you want me to do about UX or UI design. I would be more than happy on creating these videos. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you are having a beautiful day. Please like, share this video with your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is a great help from me. Again, have an amazing day and see you really soon. Bye!